Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are talking about the Detroit Lions 34-10 victory in today's video. Now because we're going to talk about a lot in this, and this is the first touchdown of the day for Detroit. Fourth straight week, the Lions defense has given up a first possession touchdown, but it did not make a difference in the world. They outscored Cleveland 34-3. After the Browns' first touchdown. Now, in this play particularly, we're going to see a couple, and actually, let me get a few more seconds into it. We got a bunch to get into in this video. Take a look at Sam Laporta making this block, and then take a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown making this block. This is what makes this team such a team, and a great team, is their willingness to do just about everything. This touchdown does not happen if Amon-Ra St. Brown does not hold this block, if he's not a willing blocker, and then obviously Sam Laporta on, I think that's Devin Bush, number 33 for Cleveland. Now, I do want to say, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, obviously hit that like button, goes a very long way. Try and hit 340 likes in this video and make all the difference to me, so thank you. Actually, we'll save my comment for the next clip. All right, we got 3rd and 8 here for the Cleveland Browns offense, and you're going to see a Kirby Joseph interception. Now, one thing I want to say, what I was going to say in the last clip is, don't disregard the Detroit Lions just playing on Monday night against the Baltimore Ravens, because that's one physical football game, and obviously Detroit took care of business. The final score wasn't very representative of the game I watched. I think Detroit kind of dominated the Baltimore Ravens, but it was what, like an 8-point game? That's physical, and that takes wear and tear on your team. There are two downsides to this football game for the Detroit Lions, and it is a Terrion Arnold injury and a DJ Reed injury, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. Now, the two guys I just pinpointed down here, this is, I think it's Cedric Tillman. Actually, I don't think number 19 is Cedric Tillman. That might be Isaiah Bond. We have DJ Reed and Isaiah Bond, or whoever 19, I think it might be Cedric Tillman down here. Flacco is about to throw this football, and he's throwing this as if, you know, Tillman's going to keep running. He doesn't, so this is an easy interception for Kirby Joseph. Now, the final score represented what we watched in this game, 34-10. But to be honest with you, Detroit didn't have the football too much because of like kind of turnovers like this where, all right, it's now your football on the 45-yard line. And like, for example, 277 yards of offense. Jared Goff didn't do anything crazy, throwing for 168. From this point onward, they dominated this football game. Apologies, this NFL clip has it already. This is the start of the clip. So we don't see Aiden Hutchinson's break off the hike, but we do see the sack here. And Aiden Hutchinson, and I'll show you his strip sack towards the end of the video. Aiden Hutchinson is so back, it's not even funny. This guy's everywhere on the field. He was causing so much havoc to Joe Flacco in this football game. He technically only had 2 sacks in this game. Detroit, Alex Anzalone also had a sack. They had three total sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 2 interceptions. And Jack Campbell was all over the field. Brian Branch was all over the field. Derek Barnes was all over. You're going to see a little bit of him. But Aiden Hutchinson, welcome back, man, because this Detroit Lions, they're on a 3-game winning streak, and Aiden Hutchinson has been at the point on the defensive side. All right, here we go. We got 4 minutes left in the second quarter. It's only 10-7 Detroit's way right here. We got DJ Reed on Jerry Jeudy at the top of your screen. It's 1st and 10. Fresh drive for the Cleveland Browns, and you're going to see it was kind of interesting. I don't know if Jeudy, it kind of looks like Jeudy slips right here. He wanted a defensive pass interference on DJ Reed, but I didn't see it. I think he just fell. And DJ Reed makes a really kind of sneaky, underrated athletic move to grab this football, and he ends up running this not into the end zone, but he ends up running this a little bit, gets tackled at like the 8-yard line. So that's kind of what I was saying a couple of clips ago where, you know, statistically, like Goff only had 160 whatever yards. I think Detroit lost the time of possession battle. They only had technically 277 yards of offense, but that was a lot due to this defense. And you see Derek Barnes right here. We got Derek Barnes right here who puts the pressure on Flacco to get this ball out earlier than Flacco probably intends. He just finds this wide open gap. Flacco doesn't even see him, so actually, you know, that probably doesn't even play a factor in Flacco getting this ball out a little bit too early. But Derek Barnes right there, everybody was all over Flacco in this football game. Now, the game just ended, and I am, honestly, I'm a golfer. I got a golf company, Golf Ball. Go check it out on like Instagram, YouTube, whatever. I'm watching the Ryder Cup right now, so I don't have an injury update. I probably should have gotten an injury update for you on DJ Reed and Terrion Arnold. Reed's looked really bad. It looked like he just pulled a hamstring, which is definitely better than the A word. Terrion Arnold, not sure what went on there. I don't know if it was his wrist, if it was a finger, if it was a forearm, something upper body, something on those arms there when he was making a tackle. This is at the, kind of, not the next play because it's 3rd and goal, but a couple of plays after that DJ Reed interception. What we have here is a really nice route concept. So basically, it's just going to be a play action to David Montgomery right here. Sam Laporta is going to run a slant, but what he's going to do is free up Amon-Ra St. Brown on this nice pick right here. You can see it right here. He frees this guy up, or he frees Amon-Ra St. Brown and hits, I don't know, I think that's Denzel Ward. For some reason, I don't know what it is, 4 straight weeks I've watched Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma call football games, and I really do not enjoy it, because right before this touchdown, he's like, I don't like this. I think St. Brown might have been lined up over here, and he was like, I don't really like the one-on-one on Denzel Ward for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm usually not very critical on announcers, but I'm not a huge fan of Jonathan Vilma calling football games. But it's neither here nor there, not trying to take any digs, even though I guess we just did. Beautiful touchdown, beautiful concept for this Detroit offense here. One of the more fun parts of this football game, we have special teams. It's a punt, and it's going to be, and I apologize in advance, NFL copyright has been really annoying this entire season. So Khalif Raymond catches this punt right here. It's a really, really bad punt. It's on the 45 or 35-yard line here. And this is just like, in my opinion, really good timing. He's able to maneuver out of 88 right there. And then just good block from Stewart, a good block. I can't tell if that's Nawasaki there. Nowaski, always say his name wrong. I think this is Rocky Asin. Can't get a good grasp on his number. We'll break down the all-22. But just really good blocking here from the Detroit Lions. He's going to easily run past that punter there. And Khalif Raymond puts this game pretty much into Detroit's hands because it's 20-10 right now. I was never worried that the Lions were going to lose this football game, but there's a whole quarter left to be played. They just upset my damn Packers. That was one of the worst football games I've watched. This is a Lions video, so I'll just end it there, but you can't disregard the Cleveland Browns and obviously the DC making his return to Detroit. All right, folks, as always, we will end it on this, and I do just have to say, we break down a bunch of film. We did like a Lions offensive film study from that Baltimore game 1 week ago. We did the defensive film study over on my Lions channel. It's called Will Upton Lions if you want to take a look at it, but we're going to be breaking down the all-22 probably starting tomorrow on Monday, but obviously we have Aiden Hutchinson down here, and what I love about this is, this is like the next possession. It's 27-10, or actually it's 2 possessions later. 27-10. It's a 3-possession game. The game's out of reach, but there's 7 minutes left. And what I love about Aiden right here is he goes for the football on Joe Flacco, who's not even looking at him, instead of hitting him and bringing him down for a sack. This is also an offensive hold. That's what that yellow flag was for. Hutchinson gets this down, and Nowaski falls onto this football, and he is down on the line of scrimmage. And then we have that the St. Brown touchdown, right? Or actually, I don't think we showed the St. Brown touchdown after this, just running out of time here. So all in all, man, especially giving up a touchdown on the first possession of the game, Detroit was really good in this. And like I said, I know, like let me even just look at it right now. 277 yards. They gave up 250 to the Cleveland Browns. They only had 168 passing yards, but they, once again, won 34-10. They gave up only 184 from Joe Flacco, caused him to throw a couple of interceptions. They had 3 sacks in this football game. They ran for 109 yards, and this Cleveland Browns front is not to be messed with. Myles Garrett, they ran away from Myles Garrett, rightfully so, on most of their runs, but Jahmyr Gibbs still averaged 6.1 yards per carry at the end of the day for a touchdown. 15 carries, 91 yards for Jahmyr. So this is a win. I love it. The Detroit Lions have now won 3 straight football games. Now you have a road matchup against the Joe Burrow-less Cleveland Browns. So the Joe Burrow-less Cincinnati Bengals next Sunday. So folks, stay tuned for more Lions content. Give me a grade rating and maybe a player of the game down below. And I'm going to watch the Europeans beat America in the Ryder Cup now. But I hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.